I'm curious, who is determining your goals? A lot of times we think that the goals that we have in life are strictly the result of our choosing. But I've found a lot of times in talking with people that if you dig deeply enough, sometimes the goal that they have for their life is not congruent with who they are as a person. We are constantly given all kinds of different messages by our society, our culture, our family, our friends about what we're supposed to be, what's acceptable to be, what's acceptable to have and do, and all those things that we don't pay much attention to. If we're regularly plugged into media outlets, they're really quick to let us know that we're inadequate and that we need to have more of what they're trying to peddle to us. And the only way we can be successful is to reach a certain level that is dictated by their assumptions about what success is. So, who is really determining your goals? Hopefully, it's you. But a lot of times we think we're the ones who really are the ones choosing the goal, but it's kind of set in our early conditioning. So, for example, if who you are is someone who is a shy, intellectual, kind of want to be behind the scenes person, and your goal is to have this major sales training company, and you don't really feel comfortable doing that, but the lure of the money, the potential money, is what pulls you. And then you're dealing with the stress and anguish because you're naturally not that kind of person, and you're literally forcing yourself to be someone who you're not to reach some kind of financial goal. It might be a good idea to stop back and say, well, whose goal is this? I mean, let's be blunt. Is there anything in our DNA that says that we are supposed to have a lot of money, or that we're supposed to have a lot of status, or that we're supposed to have a lot of fill in the blank of anything? As long as we have those basic security, safety, food, shelter needs met, at that point we have a lot more freedom to decide those things. But we don't have the freedom if we don't really examine our beliefs down to the core. Why do we want something? Is it to get attention? Is it to get, um, approval? And we might not think it initially. It might be, well, I enjoy doing this. And there's nothing wrong with doing things we enjoy, but what really is the motivating factor to that? Because if you're not congruent with who you are tying to what your goal is, it's going to be a struggle. And the sad thing is, even if you get that goal met, if it's not congruent with who you are or what you truly stand for or what you believe or what you have at the core of your being, it's an empty success. So maybe just take some time if you haven't already and go, well, why do I want to do this? Why is this goal important to me? And you may find that your goal is congruent with who you are and to move forward. But sometimes we find out that maybe our goal is to be X, whatever X is due to some conditioning that maybe we've received at early times of our lives or even later times in our lives. A desire to be seen a certain way, to rise above everyone, to get a lot of attention and maybe approval. So when we're, again, congruent, amazing things can happen. Maybe we can be really experience contentment and happiness in a way that we don't have to sacrifice who we are to get the goals that we feel are important to be met. Something to think about.